Welcome back. In our last episode, we discovered that any change a quantum state undergoes is a linear transformation. We saw two distinct paths, a smooth, area-preserving unitary rotation or a violent, non-unitary measurement collapse. Today, we enter the quiet, isolated realm of the unobserved quantum universe. When a quantum system is left completely alone, its state vector moves through Hilbert space in a continuous, deterministic stream. We will unfold the mathematical architecture guiding this motion, seeing how rigid rotations preserve quantum probability and how physical properties act as the generators of space and time. As an unobserved system evolves, its abstract column vector changes direction continuously. To protect the core law of conservation, the total probability must always equal exactly 100%, or 1. If the length or norm of our state vector were to stretch or shrink, probability would be created or destroyed. To prevent this, continuous unobserved change is governed by a linear unitary transformation. Mathematically, an operator U is unitary if its inverse equals its conjugate transpose, or a joint U dagger. Hence U dagger equals I identity matrix. Geometrically, a unitary matrix is a rigid rotation of the entire Hilbert space. It shifts coordinates but leaves the lengths of all vectors and the angles between them untouched. Because it is a pure rotation, its determinant is always exactly 1. The volume of the space is preserved, information remains intact, and probability is flawlessly conserved. To understand how these rotations are built, we must introduce the partner to the unitary operator, the Hermitian operator. A matrix A is Hermitian if it equals its own conjugate transpose. A equals a dagger. Look at this simple 2 by 2 matrix. 2 minus I, 2. Flipping it across its diagonal and swapping the signs of the imaginary units leaves it completely unchanged. Geometrically, Hermitian matrices stretch or shrink space along perpendicular axes. Because of this, their eigenvalues are always purely real numbers. In physics, all physical variables, like energy or momentum, are represented by these real-valued Hermitian matrices. Conversely, a unitary matrix satisfies U dagger U equals I. Consider this matrix. 0, minus I, 0. Multiplying it by its conjugate transpose yields the identity matrix. A unitary matrix does not stretch space, it purely rotates it. How does physics use a stretching Hermitian matrix to create a rotating unitary matrix that moves a particle through space and time? If you place an imaginary value into the exponent of a matrix using Euler's formula, something magical happens. E raised to I theta equals cosine theta plus I sine theta. On the complex plane, this formula traces out a perfect circle as theta changes. The same principle applies to matrices. If you take a stretching, real-valued Hermitian matrix H, multiply it by the imaginary unit minus I, and exponentiate it, you twist its stretching action into a rigid, perfect rotation. The Hermitian matrix becomes the generator of the unitary matrix. U equals E raised to minus I h theta. This brings us directly to the engine of quantum time, the time-dependent Schrödinger equation. IH bar del psi by del t equals h psi. On the right is the Hamiltonian, H the Hermitian matrix representing the total energy. On the left is the time derivative multiplied by IH bar. Because the Hamiltonian is Hermitian, the state vector at any future time t is found by applying a unitary time evolution operator. Psi of t equals e raised to minus iht by h bar psi 0. Here, the Hamiltonian acts as the literal generator of time. For example, in a two-state system with constant energy E, the unitary time evolution operator becomes a simple phase rotation, e raised to minus iet by h bar. The energy dictates the exact speed at which the state vector spins through its complex circle in Hilbert space. This geometric principle also governs space. To generate a spatial translation across a distance delta x, we turn to the physical variable tied to spatial movement, linear momentum, p. Because momentum is an observable, it is represented by a Hermitian matrix. And we can construct a unitary translation operator. Ux delta x equals e raised to minus ip delta x by h bar. Linear momentum is the generator of spatial translation. If you apply this operator to a position wave function psi of x, the momentum operator in exponent rigidly shifts the grid lines of the space, cleanly sliding the wave function down the axis to output psi of x minus delta x without altering its shape or distorting its total probability. Finally, consider rotation itself. To physically spin a quantum state vector around an axis by an angle theta, we look to the observable tied to rotational motion, angular momentum, L. Just like energy and linear momentum, the angular momentum operator is a Hermitian matrix. By multiplying it by the imaginary unit and exponentiating it, we construct a spatial rotation operator. U theta of theta equals e raised to minus il theta by h bar. Angular momentum is the generator of spatial rotations. For a simple electron, its spin angular momentum is represented by the 2 by 2 Pauli matrices. Placing a Pauli matrix into this unitary exponential acts as a rigid rotation machine, physically rotating the electron's spin state vector around a chosen axis by the angle theta. The underlying Hermitian matrix dictates the geometry of the physical rotation, ensuring orientation changes while total probability remains perfectly preserved. Whether a quantum state flows smoothly through time via the Hamiltonian, slides across space via linear momentum, or spins via angular momentum, the unobserved universe is a masterclass in geometric harmony. Every single change is a continuous, linear, unitary transformation, a rigid rotation where the determinant holds firmly at 1, keeping reality beautifully intact. Together, these three operations form the ultimate trifecta of quantum motion. Time evolution, spatial translation, and spatial rotation completely describe the physical dynamics of a quantum system. But this uninterrupted harmony only lasts as long as the system remains unobserved. Eventually, the isolated system will encounter a measurement device. The smooth, continuous rotation will be instantly shattered, the unitary matrix will step aside, and an abrupt, non-unitary flattening will take over. What happens when the universe stops rotating smoothly and is forced to violently collapse onto a single, definitive reality? Join us in our next episode, Part 4, The Measurement Dilemma and the Eigenvalue Equation, where we look at the mechanics of abrupt change. See you there.